The final part of how my boyfriend tried to murder me. So I avoided his murder plan and was able to cut myself off completely from him and hopefully never see him again until a few years later. Now, obviously, in the years following this, I had to go through a lot of therapy. I was able to be friends with Tony again, but I ended up not being a good friend to Tony because I had so many of these manipulative tendencies inside of me after feeling like I needed to keep our relationship a secret that it was very unfair to Tony, and Tony eventually distanced himself from me, and we're no longer friends because of the way I treated him. I have to respect his distance on that. Consistently, when I get in relationships, I'm now always calculating how I am probably in the wrong, even if there's a scenario where the other person hurts me. Sometimes allow my romantic partners to get away with walking over me too much because I allowed it so much in the past, and so much of that is so deep in me because of how all of this happened at such a developmental age. I slid much harder into addiction that following year, and from the ages 17 to 19 was very active in my addiction. And almost every time I would drink, I would cry because I did not know how to hold my emotion in any other way, because I always felt like having emotion was wrong and I wasn't allowed to have it because I was probably in the wrong in most of the situations I was living through. I ended up seeing Alex at his college when I went to do my own college process a few years down the line. I remember I was drunk during our conversation, which was helpful to me because otherwise I would have been triggered, but I wanted to keep it cordial. But I remember bringing up some of the ways I believed he had treated me badly in the relationship, and I remember how he immediately shut those down, and I made the mental note that he will never understand the things that he put me through. Because he's a narcissist who truly may never know or believe that what he put me through was wrong in any way. And now he's married. So shout out to them. I just want to remind everyone that I say at the start of this series that I was inspired by other people sharing their stories. And if this story helped anyone else, that's all I wanted. If you take issue in the way that the story was told, you don't have to watch it. Regardless of your personal feelings about me, I'm sharing this story to help other people. If you don't like me, just don't watch my content. I really hope this helped people. I appreciate the courage of other people on this app also sharing their stories. I hope if you've been through a situation like this, you can see that you're not alone.